Hello and a very warm welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world. It's Global TV's News Prime, live in Nigeria's capital, Abuja. I am Judas Peters. On the news, President Bola Tinubu on Friday approved the appointment of new chief executive officers of some agencies and parastatals under the Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment. In a statement released on Friday by the Presidential Special Advisor, Media and Publicity, Andrew Ngalale, the appointment is in line with Tinubu's resolve to base Nigerian economic revival on the foundation of trade expansion through small, medium and large-scale industry facilitation in the country. The appointment take immediate effect. Those appointed are Usaini Ishaq Magaji San, Corporate Affairs Commission, Afis Ogun, Olu Watoyi Industrial Training Fund, Kamar Bakran, National Sugar Development Council, Olufemi Ogunyemi, Nigeria Export Processing Zone Authority, and Noye Ayene, Nigeria Export Promotion Council, among others. The statement added that President Bola Tinubu expects all new appointees in this critical sector to optimally deliver in accordance with the new key performance indicating benchmarks as established by the Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and As well, the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has pulled the Federal Capital Territory Administration FCTA out of the Treasury Single Account TSA, effectively paving way for the ESM Wike-led FCTA to utilize the Treasury's internally generated revenue IGR for the development of the nation's capital. At a news conference Friday in Abuja, Wike also disclosed that the President has approved the creation of the FCT Civil Service Commission to allow for staff career progression. As well, the Nigeria First Lady Oluremi Tinubu has pledged President Bola Tinubu's commitment to restoring the country's greatness. She made this known at the State House when she received the ambassador of the United Arab Emirates, UAE, to Nigeria, Salim Said Al-Masri. Subarat Usman has details.
Senator Oluremi Tinubu commended the UAE for the confidence and likeness they had expressed towards Nigeria and her citizens. The First Lady also thanked the Chief Executive Officer of the UAE NGO, Noor Foundation, Dr. Manal Tariam, for all it had done for the country, especially in its intervention in Katsina State in the last 4 years.
We thank God for the new discovery, new innovations that, the world is really embracing, which has really helped a lot of people. Thank you so much for the school high screening for students. It's very, very important. Like you said, with all that, it will definitely affect productivity and also, economic impact, which you described. And sight is very, very crucial for anyone. And I pray that, the distribution of glasses, I think you'll do that in Lagos as well, So I can just thank you for all that Noor Foundation has brought to Nigeria. And we look forward to more states being impacted by, your gesture.
Earlier, Tariam says his organization, through the provision of free cataract treatment and other eye-related surgeries, treated a lot of people with eye problems in Katsina State.
We've also measured the academic performance of the students and the teachers. And one of the results that we found out that there's an increase in the academic attention of the students in class that increased to around 85%, which means that a simple treatment of refractive error by providing eyeglasses to students kept them in school and make them academically better. And this year, the program comes to an end. When we say it comes to an end, that doesn't mean that we're going to close it down, no. But we're going to hand it over to the state government. And we're going to work with them by providing free surgeries to those who need it. But everything else is going to continue under the governance of the state government.
Recalled about the First Lady and her guests acknowledged that the visit was very significant. Sobora Usman, Global Television News.
President Bola Tinubu on Thursday approved the appointment of Mr. Ola Koyede to serve as the executive chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission for a renewable term of 4 years in the first instance. Pending Senate confirmation, this comes nearly 4 months after he suspended the erstwhile anti-graft agency chief, Mr. Abdulrasheed Bawa. A statement by Andrew Ngalale, President Tinubu's special advisor on media and publicity, says Olukoyede's appointment follows the resignation of the suspended executive chairman of the EFCC, Abdulrasheed Bawa. Saudi Arabia says it is committed to strengthening ties with Nigeria ahead of the Saudi Africa Summit, which is scheduled to hold in November 2023. The country's Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, Adel Al-Jabir, said they look forward to hosting President Bola Tinubu at the summit. The Saudi minister added that he paid a visit to President Tinubu to convey the greetings of the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia and the Prime Minister of the kingdom. Mohammed bin Salman Hui Agbomofuegbe completes the story.
The Saudi special envoy to Nigeria, while briefing State House correspondents after meeting with the Nigerian leader, said Arabia is cooperating closely to deal with the several challenges such as climate change, issues around sustainable development goals, and combating extremism and terrorism.
Adel Al-Jabir, I had the great honor and the pleasure of visiting with the President of Nigeria to convey to him the greetings of His Majesty, the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, and His Royal Highness Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Mohammed bin Salman bin Abdulaziz. We discussed bilateral relations. Our two countries have enjoyed historic and very positive ties. We cooperate in virtually all areas. We have very strong people-to-people ties. We are members of OPEC, and we are also members of the Organization of Islamic Countries. We have very strong tribal and familial ties, and we believe that we are very cooperating very closely.
Nigeria's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Yusuf Tuga, said Nigeria seeks to strengthen ties with Saudi Arabia in the area of hydrocarbon production and energy transition.
As a special envoy of His Royal Highness, the King and the Crown Prince, to discuss matters of bilateral relations between Saudi Arabia and Nigeria. And as you know, we've had very, very good and close relations with Saudi Arabia going back decades. So this further strengthens the relationship. There are several areas that were discussed. We're both hydrocarbon producers. We're both responsible hydrocarbon producers. We're looking at the future. We're looking at energy transition. The minister actually also pointed out that there was a need to do more in terms of our cultural relations, and we have a lot in common.
Uyi Agbomofuegbe, reporting for Global TV News.
Abayomi Arabambi, the National Publicity Secretary of the Lamidi Apapa-led faction of the Labour Party LP, has alleged some discrepancy in the academic certificate of its presidential candidate, Peter Obi. Addressing a press conference today in Abuja, the LP's national spokesperson alleged that Peter Obi had different names on his credentials from the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, and the National Youth Service Corps discharge certificates. Kikelemo Okere has details.
The National Publicity Secretary, Labour Party, alleged that the presidential candidate of Labour Party, Peter Gregory, has been alleged to be using his senior brother's certificate and name all this while. He described the act as dubious, deceitful, and misleading to Nigerians. Arabambi further condemned the action of the former Labour Party presidential candidate on the World Press Conference on Wednesday, October 11, 2023, where he accused the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, of using fake identity. He says his action has levied war against the President of Nigeria. He further described the action as treasonable felony, which is punishable by law.
And that the name written on Peter Obi academic certificate from the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, was different from the name on his NYSC certificate, of the former governor and his wife's certificate. Mr. B claimed in his comedy press statement that, and I quote, "I will not just start by giving you my academic record. I will start by introducing myself." Now, some questions are now begging for answer as follows. Who is Peter Owubuasi Obi? The name, he said, it was given to him by his parents. 2. Who is Obi Gregory Owubuasi on the WAEC 1917 certificate? 3. Who is Obi Gregory Peter company name Owubuasi on the NYC certificate? And finally, who is Gregory Peter Owubuasi Obi on his University of Nigeria Nsukka certificate? These are different 4 names that contradicted what he claimed in his press statement.
He also alleged threat to his life for exposing discrepancies in Peter Obi's credentials.
One, even up to this morning, not to grant this press conference by Peter Obi and Julius Aburi. Yes, they said I risk losing my life. The President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, should note that should anything happen to me and my family, the Inspector General of Police must be put on notice that Mr. Peter Obi and Abure are to be arrested for my assassination. There is no need for any investigation, as that may be silenced anytime soon by them. I implore the IGP and the DSS to watch me closely so that I will not be killed for saying the truth.
The faction therefore urges the former presidential candidate of the Labour Party to allow the Supreme Court to adjudicate on the veracity of the issues raised in the President's Certificate saga. Kike Lomo Okeri, Global Television News.
As well, the Commissioner of Police, FCT, CP Haruna Garba, has assured residents of the Federal Capital Territory that his leadership will intensify operations to curb crime and criminality in the territory. CP Haruna Garba made this known while parading 9 suspects who were involved in various crimes in Abuja. Kikelomo Okere has more details.
Addressing journalists in Abuja, CP Haruna reels out that, acting on credible intelligence, police operative from Biaji Division trailed and arrested one Chukwudi Ernest Ezirike, a wanted one-chance terrorizing Kubwa Zuba Expressway. He says, in a related development, the command has created anti-one-chance squad to curb the menace of robbery, especially one-chance activities within the Federal Capital Territory, saying 10 vehicles suspected to be used for one-chance activities within the FCT has been arrested.
We are our best to make sure that there is sanity. As we are arresting and removing them from the streets, they are also assisting them to get some of their members. So, by the grace of God, this one chance of a thing will be a thing of the past. But we require your collaboration and support. If you see something happening, we have our number on the public domain. Call us and let us know.
Some of the suspects attest to the crime which they are accused of.
So when I came back, I was with my sister. When I wanted to enter the bike, I said police, just like that. I said, what is the problem? They said, until I reach station. I said, what is the problem? They said, until I reach station. So reaching station, they said there is a complaint against me. I said, who is that person? He called one number, and the person responded that for the last 4 months ago, he entered a vehicle, his phone lost. I said, it's me. They said I should wait until the person come. Up to now, I haven't seen anybody. So I was detained there. The next day, the team of SAS people come and carry me from there. Said they're transferring the case. They started beating me. I should confess. I said, confess for what? So my brother, up to now, I haven't seen anything.
So practically, the complainant is
nowhere to be found.
The gun is just for robbery.
So how many people don't rob? How many people don't kidnap?
Yeah, this is the first time. Yes, this is the first time. Then even when they go, one shop who they want to rob, the person is already closed up. So they are just took the operation for tomorrow. then one of them is on his way to going home. Then the vigilantes arrest him and give him to police.
However, several arms and ammunition were recovered. The CP reiterated the command's commitment and willingness to always work with residents of the Federal Capital Territory to defeat crimes in all forms in the territory. Kike Lomo Okiri, Global Television News, Abuja.
Senator representing Anambra South, Ifeanyi Ubah, has dumped the Young Progressive Party, YPP, for the All Progressive Congress, APC. The president of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, announced Ubah's membership of the ruling party on the floor during Thursday's plenary. Senator Ubah, according to the Senate president, cited irreconcilable differences as reason for leaving the YPP. Sandra Akpa has details.
Addressing newsmen shortly after plenary, Senator Ubah explained that his decision is in the interest of his constituents.
Almighty God, I want to thank Almighty God for a day like this. My passion and my vision in politics is to always give value to my constituents. And I think in this movement, it is all about the betterness of my constituency and those who have a lot of confidence in my renewed vision to see how I can contribute towards the development of Nigeria and then as well to my constituency.
Senator Ubah was elected under the Young Progressive Party, YPP, in 2019 and re-elected under the YPP in the recently concluded 2023 general election. Sandra Akpa reporting for Global TV.
Many persons were found dead after a petrol lantern tanker exploded in the Sari Igamu area of Lagos State on Thursday evening. The cause of the explosion is yet unknown, but officials of the Lagos State Fire and Rescue Services were at the scene to combat the fire. The spokesperson for the Rescue Services, Shekiru Amodu, in a brief statement said the tanker fire was being put out. The Lagos State Traffic Management Authority also confirmed the incident in a post on X. As well, the Nigeria Meteorological Agency, NIMET, predicted dust haze and thunderstorm from Friday to Sunday across the country. NIMET's weather outlook released on Thursday in Abuja forecast dust haze on Friday with a visibility range of 2 kilometers to 5 kilometers over the northern region. According to NIMET, all airline operators are advised to avail themselves of weather reports and alerts periodically from NIMET for effective planning for their operations. A former minister, Bello Maitama Yusuf, is dead. Yusuf, a former senator from 1999 to 2007, died in the early hours of Friday in Kano at the age of 76. A family friend of the deceased, Hussaini Dahatu, who confirmed the death, said that the funeral prayer of the Saudana Darse would take place after Jumat prayer at the Emir of Kano's palace. Bello Maitama Yusuf, born in Gwaram, Jigawa State in 1947, was Minister of Interior in 1981 and Minister of Commerce in 1982. You're watching Global TV's News Prime, coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We're on StarTimes channel 276. Kindly follow us across our social media platform using a Global TV NG and other handles now showing on your TV screen. We'll be back with more stories for you after this short break. Please stay with us and do not go nowhere. Welcome back, and if you're just joining us, this is Global Television bringing you a live broadcast of the News Prime from the Nigeria's capital, Abuja. Let's take a look at some foreign news where Burkina Faso military leaders have signed a deal with Russia to build a nuclear power plant to increase electricity supplies. It is the junta's latest move to align itself with Russia after falling out with most of its Western partners. The junta has turned to Russia for economic and military support since it seized power last year. Burkina Faso is one of the least electrified countries globally, with only 21% of people connected to power. The new deal with Russia is a culmination of talks the Burkinabé military ruler, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, had with Russian President Vladimir Putin in July during the Russia-African Summit in Moscow. Captain Traoré requested President Putin's support in setting up a nuclear power plant in Burkina Faso, which he said would help meet the country's energy demand and those of neighboring countries. As well, a man of Chechen origin stabbed to death a teacher and severely wounded two other adults from Friday at a school in northeastern France. With prosecutors opening a probe into a suspected act of terror, the attack in the town of Arras comes with France, which has large Jewish and Muslim population. On high alert for security risks following the Hamas attack on Israel last weekend, a police source said the attacker, 20, who has not been named, was from Russia's mainly Muslim southern Caucasus region of Chechnya and was already on a French national registry known as FETCHES as a potential security threat. Back to Nigeria business news. The federal government has launched the 3MTT program as part of its plans to develop a total of 3 million technical talent in Nigeria by the year 2025. This was disclosed on Friday on the X handle of the Federal Ministry of Communications, Innovation and Digital Economy. The Ministry of Communications added that the 3MTT program is targeted as generating a pipeline of technical talent across the old states in Nigeria. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Communications, Innovation and Digital Economy, Bosu Tijani, had said that the program is a key part of the ministry's plan to achieve its objective of becoming a net exporter of talent and significantly grow our digital economy. He added that this will be in partnership with the National Information Technology Development Agency, NITDA, as the Ministry of Communications designed the most optimal way to deliver technical training to future cohorts. Tijani said this in a unique opportunity to be part of a pioneer group of organizations and individuals in Nigeria's national digital transformation journey. As well, the Standard Organization of Nigeria, SON, has destroyed fake and substandard products worth several billions of naira in Lagos. Products destroyed are engine oil, electrical cables, and substandard tires. However, speaking during the destruction of the products seized by the organization, the Director General of SON, Malam Farouk, disclosed that the organization was reviewing its act to ensure importers of life-threatening materials are jailed and not fined. According to Salim, peddlers of these items are economic saboteurs and their activities sabotage our industry, people, and cause loss for individuals who are innocently buying those products. The Central Bank of Nigeria has lifted the ban placed on importation of restricted 43 items and now allows the importers to purchase foreign exchange in the Nigeria foreign exchange market. In a statement by the Director of Corporate Communications, Isa Abdul Muni, the bank stated that it is aimed to ensure that market forces determine exchange rate on a willing buyer. Willing seller principle, the CBN spokesperson said that the prevailing foreign exchange rates should be referenced from platforms such as the CBN website, FMDQ, and other recognized or appointed trading system to promote price discovery, transparency, and credibility in the FX rate. He noted that as part of its responsibility to ensure price stability, the CBN will boost liquidity in the Nigeria foreign exchange market by interventions from time to time, adding that as market liquidity improves, these CBN interventions will gradually decrease. Meanwhile, the exchange rate between the naira and the dollar has dropped to 140 naira in the parallel market. The ongoing trend of demand surpasses supply seems to be a contributing factor. Forex traders report inflow quotes ranging from 1,335 naira to 1,045 naira per dollar, indicating heightened scarcity on Wednesday night. Despite this, the official trade rate remains at $776.8 Naira per dollar, highlighting a notable disparity between the experience of Nigerians and official and unofficial channels. Ahead of African Cup of Nations, this is in sport. AFCON to be hosted by Cote d'Ivoire, the Ministry of Sport, Senator John Eno, has said that the Super Eagles are expected to emerge from Group A, which includes the host nation, Equatorial Guinea and Guinea-Bissau, and go ahead to win the trophy. And a related speaking to the State House correspondent after meeting with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu at the presidential villa in Abuja on Friday, the minister said all efforts will be made to rally the nations behind the Super Eagles for the required solidarity and support, saying that when they know that they have massive home support, it will encourage them to perform well. The minister noted that for a country that has not won the AFCON for a long time, Super Eagles have the desire to and determination to win again, which means they must prepare very well. The minister explains that the idea of the Let's Do It Again campaign is also to mobilize resources from the private sector to support the national team, such that government funds would not be needed to prosecute the tournament. He also said that the grassroots sports development is aimed at bringing sports activities close to the youth and the rural areas where there will be a sports or sports facility to grow their talent.
For a team and for a country that has the desire and the determination to win the African Cup of Nations again after several years, I mean, what it means is that Nigeria was prepared for any group whatsoever. Call it the group of death, call it whatever you want to call it. But I think that, and that is why one of the the initiatives that I brought to brief Mr. President had to do with Let's Do It Again campaign. The idea is that even the campaign alone is going to be like a moral booster to our football team. To urge them on. By the time they leave for the Cup of Nations and they are able to appreciate the fact that the whole country is behind them, the whole country is backing them, it provides that added firepower in them.
Recall that the Super Eagles were eliminated in the round of 16 of the competition at the last edition in Cameroon after a 1-0 loss to Tunisia. Nigeria last won the tournament in 2013 and will look to win its fourth after recording success at the 1980 and 1994 edition. Still in sports, Super Eagles coach Jose Peseiro has admitted that the Eagles will face a tough test against Saudi Arabia when both sides clash in an international friendly at the Estadio Municipal de Portimão, Portugal on Friday. The three-time African champions also play Mozambique at the same venue on Monday. Peseiro said the game against the Green Falcons would be a good test for his side as they prepare for the 2026 World Cup qualifiers next month. The Eagles begin their World Cup qualifying matches against Lesotho and Zimbabwe in November. The Saudi Arabian team has players with technical quality who would like to play an associative game and are now stronger than when they coached them, Peseiro said. Nigeria will begin their quest for a fourth African Cup of Nations title in 2024 against tournament hosts Ivory Coast alongside Equatorial Guinea and Guinea-Bissau. The draw, which was conducted at a colorful ceremony inside a brand new There's Exposition in Abidjan, Ivory Coast on Thursday, was hosted by global music star Akon. A heavyweight quarter of Africa's biggest current and former football superstar Didier Drogba, Mikel Obi, Sadio Mane and Achraf Hakimi supported the Confederation of African Football as draw assistant during the period. The Super Eagles were seeded to Port 2 following their drop in the FIFA rankings released in September. The match at the 60,000 capacity Alassane Ouattara Stadium in Abidjan is one of the most highly anticipated of the tournament group stage fixture. Ivory Coast have won the tournament on 2 occasions, first in 1992 and later in 2015. Both sides were also in the same group in 1980 when Nigeria hosted the football showpiece with a game ending goalless. Next year's edition of the AFCON will take place from January 13th to February 11, 2024. The host cities are Abidjan, Baoké, Korogo, San Pedro and Yamoussoukro. For more updates on sports, let's now join Sharon Ajay.
The Federal Capital Territory Administration, FCTA, has been charged to ensure timely completion of the upgrade work already commenced at the Mopo Play Pitch in Nyanya, Abuja. CEO of Baogen Nigeria Limited, Favor Ekene Onyejiaka, made the call during the opening ceremony of the 2023 edition of the Veterans Football Tournament held recently. He said the inherent power of football is not just the #1 sport in Nigeria, but a game that has tremendously contributed to fostering unity among Nigerians, adding that a timely completion of the project will be a game changer for the development of football talent in Nyanya and environs. Sharon Ajay reporting for Global TV News.
Some entertainment news where Jane Dolapo Balogun, the mother of Afrobeat singer Ayodeji Balogun, aka Wizkid, has been laid to rest in Lagos. Jane passed away on August 18th. The cause of her death was, however, not disclosed. On Thursday, the Balogun family held a Christian wake at the Bamura Hall Federal Palace Hotel in Lagos. To honor Jane during the procession, Wizkid, visibly heartbroken and almost in tears, was seen holding a candle alongside his siblings. The singer was also seen being consoled by family members. As well, a popular Nigerian singer, David Adeleke, aka Davido, and his wife, Chioma Avi-Rowland, were saw leaving a hospital with a set of twins in the United States of America. In the viral video, Chioma can be seen sitting in a wheelchair, clutching 2 babies, with Davido standing beside her, beaming with joy also. A voice could be heard announcing, "Grandpa is a photographer. Hello Atlanta, hello world. We're having our first car ride in Grandpa's Bentley." And that's it on Global TV's News Prime, coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We're on StarTimes channel 276. Kindly follow us across our social media platform using our Global TV NG and other handles now showing on your TV screen. On behalf of the production team, I am Judith Peters. Thank you so very much for watching. Good evening.